hello. And breaking news. Breaking news on Arsenal front, and not the good kind. Definitely not the good kind, let's be real, because Gabriel is out for at least a month. At least a month. Havertz is also not here. He's also has suffered a setback, which means he's gonna be out for apparently till the end of December, something like that. So it's not looking great. It's not looking great. So today we're gonna discuss all. We're gonna give me a sec. We're gonna discuss all that because it's looking very long, very long. If you are an Arsenal fan these days, because our main defender arguably is out. Our striker is also not ready because apparently Gyökeres is not available for the Spurs game, which again, on top of all that, means that, well, it's long. It's again long. It's out. It's dusted. Everything is going down the wire. And again, as always with Arsenal, it happens during the time of November, December, January, February. Usually those are the days when basically Arsenal tend to, well, basically something goes wrong for them. Something goes wrong for them. And again, it's going to happen right now by the looks of things, because in the most recent news, Gabriel is doing scans. He is out for who God knows how long, at least a month apparently. And yeah, it's not looking great. It is not looking great, people. So like the stream if you haven't already, subscribe if you're new, hit the like button, all that good stuff. Leave your thoughts down in the live chat. But of course, I don't even know what to say, because it was coming, it is happening, and now the question is who is going to replace him, how he's going to be replaced, how much that is going to affect Arsenal defensively and offensively as well, especially from set pieces. Many questions to be asked, many questions to be answered, because so far our season, technically defensive wise at least, was going somewhat swimmingly, somewhat chill, somewhat nice, somewhat good, just muy bien, all good, sehr gut, and all that good stuff. It depends on what language you speak. But right now, it is kind of, the wheels are falling off. The wheels are falling off in typical Arsenal fashion. Few players come back, few players go out. It has always been the case. And yeah, 2 international breaks, 0 injuries. 1 international break in November. Gabriel is out. Gyökeres gets injured before the international break. Who knows when he's going to be back. Havertz, whether you like him or not, Nagelsmann has confirmed he has had a relapse. And not that kind of relapse. Let's not get into those type of situations, but he's expected to be back towards the end of the year, end of December. So Havertz was expected allegedly to be back in about a week, maybe 2. But right now, he is expected to be back, well, in a month, around Christmas time. So it is looking bare long. We don't have a striker. What are we going to do? Merino at striker, Merino Nazario is going to be at it once again. We will have to rely, literally, on this man once again. Give me a sec. Remove. We're gonna rely on this guy once again. Merino R9 Nazario. That's gonna be the guy who we are going to rely once again. And big up BBK. Big up BBK Sports, the man, the big dog with 5 memberships to the channel. Big up Eros, Mark, Godfrey, Gavin, and Sheldon, who all have received memberships from the one, the only, the American BBK Sports. Big up to you, my guy. Much appreciated. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Eases the pain of Arsenal, doesn't it? Eases the pain. But yeah, Mikel Nazario, he's going to be the one. He's going to be the chosen one. He's going to be the Messiah, the one, the only, the answer. He's going to be our Maroon Shamach when Welbeck is out. He's going to be our, who God knows who even, Park Chu-young. He's going to be that one when Giroud is out or when Percy is out. He's going to be our Lord Bentner, the one, the only, the savior, the big one. When everything is going down the wire. Oh my goodness gracious, where have we fallen? Where have we fallen? But hey, we're going to talk about all that, people. Big up, Mubarak. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Gabriel Magalhaes, but another bigger problem is the corners. None other. I don't talk about referees. Yes, Michael Oliver. He is our Arsenal's North London Derby game referee. Discussions of corruption are going all over the place. He is in Man City's pocket, apparently. Man City is one of the chairman of Man City, is one that owns the ones that paid him 20 grand to go referee matches in Saudi and all that stuff. But I'm not going to get into politics. I'm not going to get into all of this stuff because all the referees, they are not great. They referee how they want to referee. They do the things so more attention is to them. They're going to screw it up. We have to accept that and we just move on. Because if we do our job, if the team is good enough, well-equipped enough, the tactics, the system, the players are there, the referees should not make any difference whatsoever. Let's be real. Anyways, big up, Andrew. I'm tired, Rabbi. I'm tired. Oh, boy. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. Big up, Ahaha. Hope you're doing well, Resident United fan in the chat. Big up, Hendon. Big up. All watching. And how could we all have predicted this? Yeah, it's mystery. It's like we have the 8-ball. Like, is Arsenal gonna get injured at some point? Probably. Is Arsenal's season gonna derail based on injuries? Most definitely. Is Mikel Arteta going to fix this? Unlikely. Well, it is what it is. Magic 8-ball has spoken. Well, in this case, Magic 8 perfume. Let's just put it that way. But it has spoken. Let's be real. Big up Royston. Big up Arsenal players should not be allowed to play in friendly internationals. I am pissed, yeah. And ironically enough, he got injured at the Emirates. At the Emirates. At Arsenal's home ground. The irony of that is actually unmatched to some extent. Let's be real. Big up, Abs. Waffle down clips. Big up, Abs. Big up. You're launching a second channel, I see. Big up to you, my guy. Waffle down clips should be interesting. Should be very interesting. Big up to you. Go subscribe to Waffle down clips as well, people. Let me check if I can find this quickly as I'm live because kind of it's definitely gonna be yeah 10 subscribers, people. Go show him some love. Go show him some love. Let's get it up. Let's get it up to 20. Let's get it up to 20 or 18. You are 8 of you here. Let's get up to 18. Didn't I predict that Havertz would suffer a setback and that his project return was way too optimistic? Let's be real. Hella too optimistic. On paper, it sounded great because we needed that. Let's be real, we needed that. But at the same time, hit the likes up, people. Hit the likes and subscribe. Thankfully, we have adequate cover for Gabriel thanks to our summer buys. Technically speaking, yes. Realistically, if we speak performance-wise, we haven't seen anyone. We have not seen anyone, how they perform, how they could be performing, and how it's going to pan out, because none of them have gotten substantial game time to even make any long-term assumptions how well they can replace Gabriel, because Gabriel, for me, is the main guy at the back, and he is the main focal point in the attack. Gabi at the back, Gabi in the attack. That's how it goes, and it's big Gabi, it's unfortunately, to some extent, in the attack, because we rely on him on set pieces, which people tend to overlook to some extent. Oh, we have the depth defensively. Okay, cool. Even if it works defensively, will that work offensively? I'm not too sure about that one, Chief. Because personally, for me, from what I have seen so far, Gabriel is the perfect one for set pieces because he has the physical ability, the game reading ability, the footballing IQ, the jump, the height, the leap abilities, and he is the focal point there. I haven't seen so far anyone to do what he does to any way, shape, or form, same extent. He has been the target man. Who is going to step in for him? Who is going to step in for him as well? That is the next big question in that regard. Big up Hyper Protagonist. Hope you're doing well today, my bro. Yeah, man, like BBK with the memberships. Big up BBK. And don't forget to say thank you to BBK as well for all the gift that you received. Prolapse, maybe. Eminem settings till I collapse. I will spitting these raps and all that stuff, you know. We'll see. Big up, BBK. Big up to you. Absolute legend. Absolute legend. Absolute legend, people. Go subscribe as well to BBK Sports if you haven't already. Go show him some love because top Arsenal guy, top lad, amazing person, amazing content. Go show him some love as well. Let's do this, people. Let's do this. Matches Gabriel Magalhaes is going to be... Oh, he's going to be missing. The big games that are coming up, he's going to be missed dearly. He's going to be missed dearly, to say the least. Because, I'm not going to lie, it is actually kind of worrying, to say the least. It's going to be worrying. It is worrying to maximum extent. At least a month. At least a month, right? They say it's going to be at least a month, right? So if we look to at least a month, 30 days. Let's just look 30 days because we don't want to assume the worst, although would not be the first time till it pans out to be the worst because it's Arsenal. We all know how this is going to go. Big up, Ryan. Big up. Is Gyökeres going to play? I don't know. No one's talking about that. Gyökeres is not going to play. Here it is. Here it is. Gyökeres remains a doubt for the weekend against Spurs, according to Hand of Arsenal. It definitely is not looking great. Definitely not looking great instead about Gyökeres, because the talks about Gyökeres was that he is gonna play against Spurs I cannot speak for the North London derby. But right now the closer we are getting to the North London derby, the more this stuff is coming out. He is a doubt. They don't know. He might not make it. He is out. All this stuff is coming all out the closer we get to the North London derby. Let's be real. Give City the title. It could come to that. It genuinely could come to that. I think as much as we have the depth, as much as we have the players that can replace players in specific positions, to what extent it hasn't been tested, so we can only speculate, right? At the same time, that's the only hope we have. That's the only hope we have because I think people underestimate a tiny bit, or could do quite a big bit as well, how influential and important Gabriel is. Defensively, he's the guy. He's the man, the vocal point, the hard grinder, the one that doesn't mind getting his fingernails dirty, the one that bails many times other players out. Let's be real. And with the fact that he has already somewhat tight partnership with Calafiori, given how much he gallops into the striker position half the time, it's going to be very, very rough to watch. And it's going to be very interesting to see how Arsenal figure this stuff out, because whoever plays there, Hincapié, Mosquera, even Calafiori, and he puts Kelly as a left back or Hincapié as a left back and Calafiori as a center back, there's going to be a learning curve. And at the time when we are going into the season, when we have some of the toughest matches coming up back to back to back, there is no time for learning. There is no time for exploring. There is no time for be patient. Time to adjust. You either hit the ground running or you basically are screwed, in my opinion. Because let's just look for a month. They say Gabriel Magalhaes could be out for a month to 2 months. Let's take the best case scenario month, 4 weeks. That is exactly 2 weeks, 30 seconds. That is 14th of December. 14th of December, right? That means he misses Spurs, Bayern, Chelsea, Brentford, Aston Villa, Club Brugge, and Wolves. Some of these games we should be able to win without Gabriel. That goes without saying. Like Brentford, like Wolves, 100%. The rest of the games are under massive speculation. Spurs at home, no matter how you look at it. North London derby, players are always on it, especially straight after international break. Bayern at home. I beg of you. Chelsea away, we'll see. Arteta still hasn't lost at the Stamford Bridge since becoming Arsenal manager. That also is going to be put to the test. Villa away, Emery, 5 games since he's been here. 2 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. All very 50-50 type of game. Club Brugge away. People massively underestimate Club Brugge, in my opinion. They just drew to Barcelona 3-3. They should have won 4-3 in Champions League. At home, they are different gravy, especially in Champions League under the lights. That is a massive, massive, massive problem. And Wolves at home, that should be a win. But then again, we don't know. Genuinely, we don't know. So, best case scenario, Gabriel Magalhaes is missing, what, 5, 6, 7 games? 7 games he is missing unless he is rushed back to a certain extent. So definitely there is stuff to be worried about. There is stuff to be talked about. And there's definitely something to basically wonder about. More questions than answers once again. We need a miracle to some extent. Totally agree. My uncle is a Spurs fan. Why does this game have to be before Thanksgiving? Oh, it's gonna be long. If Arsenal don't win, it's gonna be hella long for you. I'm sorry, Ryan. I won't be surprised if we hear in a week or two that Gabriel miraculously recovered and ready rushed back exactly to then play 2-3 games, and then he will be out for 3 months. That could be the case. I would not be surprised, because you know how this goes. If person mostly has done it before, he's gonna do it again. Arteta has this track record of rushing players back, playing them whilst injured on painkillers, injections, and all that stuff. He has done it before, countless times. It's well documented. So don't put past Mikel Arteta that at some point, maybe at some situation, especially if things start to go sour, that Gabriel is rushed back for a few games for the feel-good factor, for the adrenaline, and then it's instantly gonna be like from here to here in a matter of seconds. Don't be surprised. I feel like we need to drop points versus Bayern and give them a rest. We'll see. It's very interesting how Arteta will envision this, because we talked about this as well. We need about what? How many points? 18 points in Champions League. About 16 to 18 points in Champions League, right? We have... Whoa. Misclick. Here it is. So basically, Arsenal currently are sitting second in Champions League, right? 12 points. We talked about this, and we need about 16 points to finish in top 8. People are saying 16, 17 should be enough, which means getting 2 wins, right? At least. Against Kairat, we can do it. There's no questions about that. Against Kairat Almaty, right? But then you look at the other 3 games we have. Bayern at home, Inter Milan away, and Club Brugge away. Those are massive question marks. Massive question marks, to say the least. Especially that Club Brugge game could be a banana peel, without shadow of a doubt. Obviously, Inter away, it could be very long. And of course, Bayern at home, it could be very nuts as well. There are big worries, big question marks, and these are the type of situations where Super Duper Mick earns his 15.6 million a year. These situations are the ones where he's needed the most, where his vision, the light bulb, and all that stuff is needed the most. His lemons, his squeezed lemons, his pickpockets, and all this stuff is needed the most. When speakers should be blasting at the maximum volume, the mural should be come alive. These are the situations where this should be happening. The question is how this is going to go and where it is going to lead. Because based on previous experiences, it's definitely not been great. Maybe it's going to change. Who knows? Definitely, who knows? Hincapié could be good. This is his time to shine. True, this is his time to shine. This should be his time to shine. The thing about Hincapié, though, is the fact that he's been injured quite a bit for Arsenal. Quite a bit. He's played, and I kid you not, he's played for Arsenal 26 minutes in Premier League. 26 minutes in Premier League, 74 in Champions League. It's very, very rough. He hasn't played pretty much at all for Arsenal due to his injury. His cumulative time at Arsenal, what he has played, right, in general, is what, 170 minutes. Overall, throughout his whole time at Arsenal, starting since August till today, is 170 minutes. Yes, he has done some good things, but he is very, very, very unproven at this time. And this is a massive worry. But to be honest, why should we be worried? Why should we be worried as Arsenal fans? If top Gunners are saying, we have super duper Mick, he knows exactly what we need. We have the best squad in the league. We have the best depth in the world. We are the XG champions. We have the We Beat Madrid trophy. And, well, we are scary, scintillating, dangerous, and nothing can stop us. We're all the way up. Why should we be worried then? Why should we be worried then? Can you riddle me this? Why should we be worried? Serious question. Why should we be worried? Let's see how wonderful this best squad in the Prem actually is. Exactly. Let's see. Arteta out. Big up Marlon. Odegaard. We'll see what's going to happen if you come back. To be honest, Havertz is not even coming back. Marlon, if you haven't seen, Havertz has a setback in his recovery. And now he is expected to be back, and I kid you not, towards the end of the year. Sometime mid-late December. That's when now Havertz is scheduled and expected to be back. Which means for North London Derby, we are without a striker. If you obviously don't include Merino Nazario, right? We have only Merino for the striker at the moment. And Anush, of course. But Arteta is not going to trust him, is he? Hinkapie broken by Arteta's training regime instantly. Yeah, instantly. It's very hard when many players that come to Arsenal in interviews say that they are surprised how insane, how intense, how rough the training regime is at Arsenal. Because what Arteta demands from the players, we attack with at least 10 men, we defend with all 11 men. So all 11 people just run across the pitch. And everyone's surprised. And obviously, since you come from a different club, you train in one way. Then you come to Arsenal, you train a different way. You play in a different way. And your muscles are doing certain tasks that they are not used to doing. Which means that if you overexhaust them, overextend them in these situations when they are not used to it, you are pushing them to the limit. And beyond that, they're going to break. You're going to get groin issues, muscle issues, God forbid ACL or knee injuries. Because it's not a coincidence that most injuries Arsenal players get are muscular injuries, actually. It's not a coincidence. There is something to it. But I guess people are not ready for this type of discussion. Because you can definitely have discussions with many Arsenal fans about training, about injuries, and all this stuff. But as soon as you mention Mikel Arteta, pretty much head is gone. Arguments, abusive comments, swearing instantly comes out, and you cannot have a constructive discussion about these situations. January, God, please. We are not signing anyone in January. I already can see this. We are not signing anyone in January at all. Best case scenario, few loans for the bodies. Otherwise, I expect, again, just like last year, internal solutions. Let's be real. I personally don't give a F if he played 6 minutes. Bless up Tomiyasu, we got him. Now he must prove. Yeah, he must. He must. But overall, it's not great when a player doesn't play pre-match at all. Although he plays for Ecuador, he's doing good there, let's be real. But when the player is not playing pre-match at all, and you instantly throw him in the deep end, it's not a good sign, first of all. And you are risking quite a bit with that player, with his injury record, with his health and his abilities. It's a very big issue there. Arsenal fans, don't worry, Mosquera, I know, can be fitting in Gabriel's shoes. That is the other thing. Mosquera is more experienced than Hinkapie in Premier League. But for my personal point of view, he is way too similar to Saliba at the back. Way too similar. Reason why this Gabriel-Saliba partnership go very well hand in hand, and they're very it's very strong, because they are partially straight opposites. They complement each other's weaknesses and strengths to a T. And for me, Mosquera seems quite similar to the style how Saliba wants to play and how he's envisioned his playing, how he envisions his situational positioning during games. I think that is going to be a worry. Plus, Mosquera's issue as well is the fact that he gets caught out of positions quite a few times. And let's not forget as well that his pace is the only thing that bails him out. Remember the way we conceded the goal in... where did we concede the goal? I forgot. There was a game where we conceded the goal. Was it in Premier League? I think it was. But Mosquera was the reason why. He panicked. He booted the ball out for a corner, and they straight scored from it, actually, as well. Let's not forget that. So Mosquera is still panicky. He is not accustomed to it fully. There will be lapses of judgment and issues. There are lots of questions that need to be answered, and there are lots of questions that are going to be raised. And at the end of the day, unfortunately, with Arsenal at the moment, there are more questions than answers. And the answers you are getting even raise even more questions than before. Biggest joke I heard this month, this squad and the best in Prem, we've got beat by the same. Hey, it is the best. That's what we are saying. That's what everyone's telling us. Merino is guaranteed to drop points. Yep. Havertz is a weird one. It's like something between party allegations of Tomiyasu, botched surgery, and all of these statements aren't just my assumptions. Tinfoil hat, dude. Be careful with those. Be careful with those. If we have the best defense in the world, we should trust it. We don't need this and Gyökeres tracking back. Exactly. And that has been my point over the years. And I get called for that toxic, negative, fake, plastic, F off, go support Spurs down the lane and all this stuff. Because if you have the best defense in the league, you spend about 500 million of the 1 billion you have spent on defense alone, it should be able to hold it on its own. The nuts part about this is the best defense in the world, 95% of the time, consists of the same 4 or 5, depending on the left-back players. It's mostly Timber, Saliba, Gabriel. In last year's case, mostly Skelly. Before that, it was, who was at left-back even before that? Like Zinchenko's, not Kiviors, but all these players, right? Right now, the one of the main key defenders is out. And replacing him is hell of a tough task and a much harder task, in my opinion, than people envision. Not to mention the left back is up to the questions now, how that partnership is going to go. On top of that, Timber is another worry, because Timber could be one of those in the line for another injury. Because as much as people want to say Ben White, rotate and all this stuff, Ben White is not it anymore. After the injury, the surgeries he has had, Ben White is shadow of himself. He's not going to be the one to replace Timber full time if something goes wrong. On top of that, if Declan Rice gets injured, you might as well write off the season and pray we get top 4. If at the same time Gabriel, Timber, and Rice are injured for a month or 2, forget about it fully. Merino is slower than my grandmother, and he can't even run up the pitch block at 40 pace, dude. It's long. It was all good a couple of weeks ago. It's like last year, exactly. And that is the thing. That's why these top gunners never ever learn. They always say, we're going to win the quad. Best team and all this stuff. We're going to win the quad. We're going to beat Chelsea's defensive record. We have the best manager in the league and all this stuff. But mostly Arsenal are good. Start of the season tends to be, right? September, October, November, partially. But when it comes to late November, December, January, February, Arsenal tend to drop the ball big time. We have seen it before. And it's happening again. Hence why I don't get giddy. I learn from the past experience. But obviously, many fans have the goldfish type of memory. It's done, it's happened, who cares? Nobody cares about the past, they say, right? Don't care about the past, look at what's happening right now, and look at the future. But how can you do that when instantly, when you need an argument about Arsenal, first thing you bring up to validate your argument is the past, the trophies and all this stuff? If they don't matter, if the past doesn't matter, how comes it's the only way you can actually try and win an argument against anyone? It makes no sense. That's why we are real Arsenal fans tempered our exuberance over the recent fortune. Good form, exactly. We are risking, but at the same time, we can't cover him we can't. But at the same time, come on, man, this is not looking great. Personally, I believe Hincapié he is. I actually prefer him in that position rather than the model galloping steed. Same. I want to see Hincapi as a left-sided center back, not Calafiori. But will that happen? Go figure. Big up Quaja. Big up Quaja. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're doing well. Like and subscribe, people. Listen to Quaja. Brazil 1-1 against Tunisia. Interesting halftime. Esteval with the penalty to equalize before halftime. Ooh, interesting. Big up Tyrell. Big up Tyrell. Hope you're doing well today, my guy. Hope you're doing well today, my guy. Hope everything's fine with you. Hope life is treating you well. Hope Arsenal is treating you well. And on all that good stuff, because it's not looking great. It's not looking great. It definitely is not looking great at the moment. Without shadow of a doubt, it is not looking great. And when you look at all this stuff, right? When you look at this, that Havertz is extended injury. Gyökeres is a doubt against Spurs. And Gabriel, go figure what's going to happen with him. How long is he going to be out for? It is very, very, very long type of situation happening. And it is a worry. For me, it is a worry, a massive, massive, massive worry, to say the least. Let's be real, people. So I don't know what to expect right now. Genuinely don't know what to expect right now. Genuinely. Oh, yeah. I've seen this. Where is this? Big up Oaxaca. Big up Oaxaca. He sent me this. Give me a sec. This is the one. This is the one. Oaxaca sent me this, right? I've seen this in the group chat as well. This is how Arsenal operate. This is how Arsenal operate, people. And it's not a coincidence as well. It's not a coincidence as well, people. This is how Arsenal operate at the end of the day. This is what they do. How do we stop squad getting injured? More training? Few new doctors? Rotate the squad. And gets instantly yeeted out of the window. That's how it works. That's how it works. Go subscribe to Tyrell, people. Here is his link as well. Esteval is him. Could be the case. Definitely could be the case. This is how Arsenal work. This is how Arsenal work. No rotation, no nothing. No rotation, no nothing. You know, sec? But yeah, it's gonna be very, 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 very interesting. Give me a second, just checking something if I can actually do this like properly. Is there a possibility of this? Here we bloody go. I will show you this, and I want to see if you can notice some trending situations going on. Big up Sachs. Big up Sachs. Hope you're doing well. I was lucky to watch Esteval in the Club World Cup. He was really good. Esteval looks like a very bright talent. Very bright future, and Chelsea might have found a new gem in them. And the more Esteval performs like that, the less of a chance that they're going to sell him. He's going to keep, and they're going to make him one of the main central focal points of the club as well. Big possibilities of that happening too. Tinfoil hat, to be fair, doctors might be part of the problem. True. Could be the case. Could be the case, because for me, it doesn't add up. It genuinely doesn't add up, because both of them cannot be true. Either the doctors say the player is not ready to play and Arteta still plays them, right? Or the doctors say the player can play and Arteta decides not to play them. And Arteta decides not to play them. Both of them cannot be true. One of them is wrong. Somewhere in the communication between the doctors and obviously the Arteta, there is miscommunication. Put everybody on Esteval when we play Chelsea. In fact, go date. Sure. Arteta only rotates the squad when he's forced to. Exactly. Always reactive, never proactive. Exactly. And it's been like that for years. He always does something unorthodox when basically shit hits the fan and his back is against the wall. And right now, his back is still not against the wall, but it's getting there. Happened like that last year with Skelly Wanyeri. Happened before that with ESR and everything. It happens always. Something like that always happens. I thought Esteval was shit in the Club World Cup. He's been much better. He's growing. He's going. He definitely is getting better. Let's just put it that way. It definitely is looking that way. Now, Let me check if I can find something for you. Let's check if we can find something for you. 24. Okay, 23, 24. Trick 11, 24. It's actually nuts if you think about it. 20, 23, 23. Yeah, it's always like that. It is always like that. So let me show you this thing. I want to show you this, and it's gonna be very, very, very interesting to watch. When Yeri barely gets minutes or plays home, yeah, it looks like when Yeri might get a loan in January potentially. There is a talk about that already. Big up, Cooper. Big up, Cooper. Hope you're doing well. Smash the likes, people, and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, I want to show you this. Share this tab. I probably need to zoom in a tiny bit. So we're going to go like this. This is the current Premier League table. Right? Arsenal are first, 26 points, plus 15 goal difference, 20 scored, 5 conceded, right? 4 points above Man City, right? Look at this. If we go back some seasons, last season when we had that awful season, 19 points, 18-12. So we were worse. But if we go back to the seasons when we are actually challenging, we are fourth. Yes, on table, it technically doesn't look great. But we have 24 points, 2 less than we have right now. If we had 2 less, we still would be second. We are within one win from Man City. And if we look from 22-23 season, we were first with 27 points. So pretty much, again, 1 point less than we have right now. And City were 4 points behind us, just like they are right now. And you remember what happened during the 22-23 season. Remember that one? Arsenal have always had a decent start to the season. By game week 10, game week 11, always, we were around 20 to 26 points, something like 22, 26 points, something like that. And it's always been the same. It's always been Man City somewhere in there, or Liverpool somewhere in there, few points above or behind. And the season has always finished in pain. We finished second this season from 8 points clear. At this same stage, we were 4 points clear. This same stage, right? How many points? We had 27 points. And if we go to this season, we have 1 point less, and City still are 4 points behind us. It's like history is repeating itself to some extent. 26 points. 23-24 season, we had 24 points, 2 points less than we have right now, and we were fourth. So Arsenal, actually, the start of the season has been the same as previous years. The start of the season, more or less, give or take, one result is the same as previous years. We are within the same points, give or take 1, 2, 3 points, and we are still in the top 4. We are still technically going for the title. And in the end of the season, what we have done for the last 3 years, we finished second. It's the same signs, same issues, same injuries, and same problems. Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. First season, we finished second, 22-23 season. Saliba got injured. We played Bob Boulding as a center back, and we capitulated instantly. 4-1 at City Ground and everything, and we just went down the drain, right? Next season, we had almost no injuries, and we still lost the league. We drew to 10-man Fulham at home. We lost to Villa away. We lost to Villa at home. We went 1-7 in December. We exclusively played Thomas Partey as a right back for the first few games because for God knows what reason, Gabriel Magalhaes was sitting on the bench, by the way. Remember that masterclass by Mikel Arteta. And we finished second. Last year as well. We had injuries. We still finished second. And it didn't matter. We had the backups. We didn't have the backups. It didn't matter who we had as the manager because Arteta has been the common predominator in all of these seasons. Nothing has changed. Nothing, literally. Because if we have the squad fit, it doesn't matter because you don't need the rotation that much. We still didn't do anything. Like, At the end of the day, the signs are there that nothing is going to happen. Players have been run into the ground, and we barely did anything then. And I don't see anything changing right now. I'm expecting more of the same, and Gabriel's situation makes it 10 times worse right now. Gabriel's situation makes everything 10 times worse right now. Wanyeri will be another Smith Rowe. Yeah, there is a big possibility of that. Wanyeri could turn into another Smith Rowe. Hell no, don't ever wish that on Wanyeri. That's the thing. He could. Him and Dauman give crap. They're not even 20. They have more flair and danger in the attack. They everything have that, and nothing has happened. Reece Nelson, by the way, at the time when they were coming up through the youth academy with Bukayo Saka, actually, was regarded as much higher talent than Bukayo Saka, with higher ceiling. And that went well. Saka somehow actually did it. Obviously, there were injuries with them, but it went different story. Yeah, it was nightmares. Don't bring that up. I had to. Don't forget the double barring by Newcastle and Bournemouth. Yeah, exactly. And barely scoring goals and Havertz missing all of our chances. Exactly. And ironically enough, with United fan in the chat, Odegaard missing a penalty, Havertz missing twice from 2 yards out in the FA Cup and everything. It went sour real quick. Did you see McTominay? What a freaking legend he is, dude. He scored a goal. He scored a goal for Scotland. Like, that is actually nuts. A sick goal, to be honest, lol. It wasn't that bad, but it's not looking great. Not looking great. Turkey have equalized against Spain as well, 1-1. Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. 1-1 against Turkey against Spain. Who has scored for Spain? Since the internationals are happening, I want to see what's happening there. Internationals are happening and all this stuff. So here we go. Bosnia are beating Austria 1-0. Let's look at this together, by the way. Why not? Why not? Let's take our minds off Arsenal demise a tiny bit and let's look at this. Let's look at this. Bro, it's like prime Stevie G. He was nominated for Ballon d'Or, so there's no question. Like, come on, man. Bosnia versus Austria, 1-0. Tabakovic has scored. What are the standings saying? Oh, they both are qualifying for the World Cup. By the way, the team that wins in this game between Bosnia and Austria, right, the team goes through. If they draw, then Austria goes through. Belgium versus Liechtenstein. Well, that's looking fun. 3-0. Doku has 2 goals and Vanaken has a goal. Doku has 2 goals for Belgium. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Belgium and Wales are going through by the looks of things. Yeah. Bulgaria versus Georgia. Hey, Kvaratskhelia FC is losing 2-0. Kvaratskhelia FC is losing 2-0. But that doesn't matter because Turkey and Spain are in that group and nothing is happening there. Romania, San Marino, Kosovo, Switzerland, Scotland versus... Here we go. Spain versus Turkey. Dani Olmo has scored for Spain. Merino is starting, ironically enough. Merino is starting. Olmo is playing left wing. Interesting. David Raya is on the bench and Zubimendi is also on the bench. Nothing special there. And Wales are beating North Macedonia 3-1. And Wilson, Brooks, and Johnson have scored. Interesting as well. North Macedonia are just crumbling at the end of the day, but it is what it is from that point of view. Let's see what else is happening. But he won the league. Yeah, he won the league. Serie A. Yeah, he did. Was one of the most important players for that team. Billy Gilmore won the league as well with them. Zambo Anguissa won the league with them as well. Like, some players that you never expect to do something actually have done the thing, which is actually kind of nuts. Big up Sheldon. You got the membership from BBK as well. BBK Sports. Don't forget to say thank you to him as well. Guys, what you think about swap Merino for McTominay? No thanks. Although, then again, is this true? I heard that San Marino might make the World Cup. San Marino might be. Wait, where is San Marino, by the way? There was something to it if the results fall the right way. Because San Marino... no, they can't. They're last in the group. They cannot. San Marino can't. I think the talk was about Faroe Islands, wasn't it? Not San Marino, but Faroe Islands. I think it was about Faroe Islands, not San Marino. Like, I think it was Faroe Islands. Scotland qualify directly if it stays this way. That'd be nice. Yeah, Scotland, they qualify. Scotland actually could be very interesting in the World Cup if their players stay fit. Although Doak already is injured, ironically enough. But the midfield of McGinn with McTominay and all these guys, it actually would be quite interesting to see how that works for them. 100%. Charlie Adams still plays. Dykes is injured and Doak got injured. Hickey, Robertson. They have decent squad. Obviously, Asmus Højlund is doing nothing for Denmark. That is nothing new. Let's be real. Merino, makeshift striker. It's gonna be. It's gonna be like that. Let's be real. Let's not forget. We're gonna see this. Wait, sorry. We're gonna see this. We're gonna see this very, very soon. We will be there. We will be there. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I hope Gabriel is okay and I hope recovers fully. Gabriel is not okay. He's out at least for a month. He's out at least for a month. At least a month. Might be 2 even. Merino is now R9. Exactly. He is Arsenal's R9. Because Gyökeres is not playing. He will not be fit apparently for the Spurs game at least. And we don't have other striker. Havertz got injured again. Well, he had a setback in his recovery process, which means he's going to be out apparently till the end of, well, let's just say late December. He's going to be back late December, just before the new year at some point. 1933 days without the trophy. By the end of the year, it's going to be almost 2,000. And by the end of the season, it actually will be nuts. Yeah, long time Chelsea have won Champions League, Club World Cup in that time, and Spurs have won the Europa League. Liverpool, Man U have won many trophies since then. Yes, Newcastle, Crystal Palace, Leicester City, they have won big trophies. Then there's Arsenal, of course. Merino can do the business. I know he can't. I don't. I genuinely don't believe so. Genuinely, I don't believe so. It's more of these settings. Where is it? It's more of these settings going on. It's more of these settings going on. We have the power fluff yes men. Odegaard, Odegaard, Calafiori, Havertz, and obviously Arteta as the main professor there. Mikel Fenomeno, yeah. It's how Joga Merino settings. It won't be Joga Bonito, it will be Joga Merino. It will be all of these settings. I know, and I get it. It's more of this power fluff yes man. That's what's gonna happen there. Without shadow of a doubt. Let's be real. It's something in those lines. Where is it? I have quite a few of these, to be honest. I have also this one, for example. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. I hope I'm wrong. Everyone's hoping they're wrong about Merino, but history doesn't teach us much, does it? No, that's the thing. With Merino, he's not a striker, right? He started playing striker for the first time in his life when he became an Arsenal player. Mikel Arteta basically made him play striker. He doesn't have all the striker's instincts. Then again, he always seems to be in the right spots for the cross, and he tends to be in the right spots to get the ball. He has somewhat decent finishing on his left foot, at least. He can fight for the crosses as well, and he actually has some decent movement, ironically enough, despite not being a striker. He can do the job to a certain extent, but he is definitely not the one everyone's gonna happy clap their ass cheeks to say that he's the main striker and he's gonna save the day. No chance in hell. He can work maybe as a sub on occasion, but to rely on him on consistent basis, even semi-consistent basis as the main guy, that's not happening ever. It may not set in yet, but this could mark the end of our season. Yeah, easily. Hence why I was not the giddy one, like other Arsenal fans, who said that we're going to win the quadruple. We're going to win the quad. We're going to win the quad. We're going to beat Chelsea's defensive record. We have the best manager. We are defensive champions. We have the best squad in the league and in the world. We have the best depth in the world. And Mikel Arteta is the best manager in Premier League and in the world. And for that, I got called toxic and negative, of course, and got abused. I have to live with that in it. I'm going to need video ideas, worst coach and managers of all time. What else do I have? What else do I have? Is this one better? Yeah, something in those lines. Something in those lines. This looks decent, doesn't it? Odegaard in the blue. I don't know, even looks a bit like Tierney in the red, but it is what it is. Havertz and everything like. It looks something like that. Now, one thing I want to check though. There is something I want to check. One thing I want to check. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Mangieri as a number 9. Well, Arteta has said that he envisions him as a number 9 in a few years. Whether he's going to live that long to even try it and attempt it, who knows? Martinelli as a number 9 would be a very good option. But Arteta doesn't see him as that. He's injured as well, if I'm not mistaken, still. Emery knew how to use him as a striker. Mikel Arteta doesn't use him as a striker pretty much at all. Very occasionally, sporadically. He plays striker at times for Brazil and even scores for them. And the few times he has played for Arsenal at striker under Mikel Arteta, he actually has scored. But I guess with Mikel Arteta, the nuts part is that he doesn't take GA into consideration. Hence why he doesn't care if someone gets goals or assists or insane amount of goals or insane amount of assists. He has said that in interviews. It's very visible. He said that he wants to share the goals around and spread the goals around and all this stuff. At the same time, it's one of the biggest issues we have at the moment. And which way in the world football is that's anywhere near the teams? Go ask them. Based on how we have been playing, even without Gyökeres, we still have a lot of confidence and are hard to beat. Yeah, not having Gyökeres compared to not having Gabriel, two completely different situations as well. Yeah, Martinelli cannot do back to goal, 100%. And why are you screaming at me? Why all the caps, by the way? Is your caps lock on or something? But ultimately, yeah, he can't do that. But Arsenal should be able to play different styles. Should be able to play different ways with different number 9s, given our team and the players we have at our disposal. But we don't. Even with Gyökeres at striker, we play football style as if we had Gabriel Jesus, as if we even had Havertz as a number 9. Back to the goal, link-up play, few skills, maybe a few tricks, ball distribution, all this stuff. Gyökeres doesn't excel at that almost at all. He has 2 bricks for legs. But we still, with Gyökeres up top, play the same way, which just shows that Arteta doesn't adapt. He doesn't change, which again is one of the downfalls why we have these big issues right now, why we are talking about this. Just lazy. I see. Oh, of course. People say Arsenal. Genuinely, it's actually insane when you go on Twitter and just type in Arsenal or the best together, because there are such insane claims about Arsenal. It's actually kind of nuts. Would you play Hincapié or Mosquera against Spurs? I would say Hincapié. I would go with Hincapié. I know he hasn't played a lot. He hasn't played pretty much at all in Premier League. But at this stage with Mikel Arteta, how he likes to do sometimes things, it's sink or swim type of situation. And we need that. I think we need Hincapié as a center back, because Arteta wants a left-footed center back there, so Hincapié fits to that. He needs someone more physical, which fits to that. He needs someone who has been there and done it, who has won stuff, with more experience, because at this stage experience plays a big factor. And Hincapié has done that in Bundesliga as well under Xabi Alonso. So I think there are more pros to playing him there overall. But gameplay-wise, specifically, Hincapié has played literally 26 minutes in Premier League. 26 minutes. And Mosquera has played about, 10 times more, something like that, which already is a bit of an inkling that we could play Mosquera as a left-sided center-back, especially based on last year that he played there as a left-sided center-back a lot with Diakabi being injured for Valencia and all this stuff. Then again, my personal preference would be Mosquera also because would be Hincapié. Sorry, my personal preference for the left center back is Hincapié because Mosquera is, in my opinion, a bit too similar to how Saliba plays. The reason why Gabriel and Saliba plays well together, they are who they are as a team, is because they are kind of opposites. And for me, Mosquera feels a bit too similar to Saliba. People are saying Merino is better than Pedri on X. Oh, brother, just don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there and don't read these things because they say that Odegaard is better than David Silva and everything and all this stuff. Because, and I can show you this because, yeah, it's actually very visible. Here it is. Where is it? Let me open this. I'm going to pause this. Unpopular opinion. Mikel Merino has been 10 times the midfielder Pedri this season. This is our fan base, people. This is our fan base, people. Mikel Merino is 10 times the player Pedri is. Big up Terry Tibbs. Big up Terry Tibbs. How does this manager never get blamed for anything by the majority of the fan base? How can one man be so protected and so void of any responsibility, accountability? Is baffling. Exactly, because there's a big chunk of fan base who say, well, this injury cannot be put on Mikel Arteta because it happened for Brazil. Hold on. Hold the fuck on. Wait. Ancelotti gets Gabriel for literally 15 to 20 games a year. Right? For the sake of argument. Arteta gets him for about 60, 70 games. It's on Arteta to rotate him, manage his minutes, figure shit out, and make him the best use possible and make him as good as rest and give him as good rest as possible. Don't play him when we are winning 7-1 against PSV in return leg. Don't make him play full 90s and all this stuff. Because Arsenal don't pay Ancelotti. Brazil plays Ancelotti to play their team. Arsenal don't pay that. And obviously, the ironic part of all of this is the fact that Gabriel got injured at the Emirates. It didn't happen somewhere in, I don't know, Stuttgart, where Brazil could play, or Lille, where Brazil are playing right now. It happened at the goddamn Emirates. It's the ironic twist to this is actually kind of funny as well to some extent. Obviously, it's painful, but also a tiny bit funny. Let's just put it that way. I'm starting to think us Arsenal fans are the worst on social media, especially the young ones. Yep, 100%. The nuts part is, if you have been Arsenal fan for the sake of an argument, right, 8 years, which means technically if you become Arsenal fan and you start to figure what football is about around 8-9 years old, you're 17 and stuff like that right now, you only have seen Emery and Mikel Arteta as the manager. And if you are 10 years Arsenal fan, you have seen Wenger's twilight years, when he still finished top 4, by the way, and only when he 2 times finished outside, right? Emery and Arteta, that's it. You have not seen Arsenal in the glory days. You have no sample size, no measuring stick to put it up against. You have seen only what you have seen. And 90% of these fans also, they don't educate themselves on the club's history. What happened in 2000s, in 1990s, how it was under George Graham, right? How good was Winterburn, right? Paul Merson, Martin Keown, how good were those players for Arsenal? How good was Ian Wright? They just know the names, they've seen 2 or 3 clips, but ultimately, they have not educated themselves. You all have seen the quiz that Jamie Carragher and Paul Scholes were asking Moneypenny about Arsenal. Who scored the goal against Everton? Right? The guy who has a statue outside Emirates, and he says, "Oh, I didn't know. I was born after that." Who the hell cares that you have born? Nobody can change when you have been born. If the goal was scored, let's just say 1992, and you are born in 1995, nobody can change that. But you have an opportunity to go and learn about the club prior to the time when you were born. Internet is there, books, archives, history, everything. Listen to some audiobooks, read a book, go outside. If you're too lazy, listen to Kenny Ken, listen to Jez, listen to Shane, listen to DJB, the guys who have been there, who have done that, who have been Arsenal fans for 50, 60 years, who have gone to Emirates at the time, who have seen all the good players, who have seen Arsenal win endless amounts of trophies, who have seen Arsenal become the club who they are today. Not listen to people who don't know anything, who are there just for the clicks, who say that Mikel Arteta is the best one, who knows exactly what we need. He's a generational manager, the architect. He is genuinely the best thing since sliced bread. Arteta is the Elon Musk of football and all this crap. Like, that is actually insane, if you ask me. But yeah, it's actually kind of wild. Big up my boss. Big up my boss. Hope you're doing what drama is going on. Well, Gabriel is out for at least a month or two. Havertz has a setback. He is not going to be back till end of December. Arteta is in trouble. Top Goodner still claim we have the best squad in the world and we're going to win the quad and everything. So go pick your poison. Pick your poison. I know, and yeah, I don't care who it is. My player is better. Exactly. Merino is never Pedri. Outgunning, exactly. Pedri is you could argue Pedri is top 3 center mid in the world. Top 3 midfielder in the world, together with Vitinha, and depends who you pick as your third, as your poison. Would you swap Odegaard for Pedri? Yes, I would. Despite the injuries that Pedri has had, I would swap Odegaard for Pedri in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. People will say Saka is better than Messi. Dude, those people just need to stick up their ass and that's it. David Raya is better than... There's no chance in hell that this crap is real. But it is real, ironically enough. This crap is real, people. Genuinely, this crap is real. You all have seen this clip. You have all seen this clip about Saliba, for example. Right? You all have seen this. Because this one is one of those insane ones, to say the least. You all have seen this.
Time football clubs. Does William Saliba start in the 04-05 Chelsea team?
Yes, over Carvalho, innit? Yeah.
I am backing it, but Carvalho was outrageous. No, you know what? Them two together, they were a deadly duo. But
imagine John Terry and Saliba, bro. They're not, bro. That conceded record would have gone all the way down.
They
to
conceded
5.
15. I'm gonna say no.
Does William Saliba start for the Real Madrid 3-peat Champions League team, 2016 to 2018?
But Saliba would be Varane's age right now when he was doing that 3-peat, innit?
I'm going yes. Saliba's better than Varane.
Or Sergio Ramos. Is he better than Sergio Ramos?
No. Maybe it could be, but I'm going Varane. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. He's gonna start for Varane.
Does William Saliba start for the Man City Centurions team?
Who was that?
I'm gonna go.
Wait, who?
Yes. I'm gonna go yes.
Oh, yes, bro. Yes, bro. Easy peasy. There's not. Oh my days. Yes, bro.
Just relax. So they're good players.
Saliba's clear, bro.
Okay. Does William Saliba start for the Arsenal Invincibles?
Kolo Touré. I'm looking at Kolo Touré, bro. I really think. You see, if Saliba wins a Prem and the Champs, or if he wins the Champions League, I genuinely think he becomes our best centre back of all time. He needs a trophy, like a big trophy, a major trophy, and he becomes.
I'm going yes. I'm going yes, 100%.
Does William Saliba start for Barcelona's treble-winning team in 2009?
I'm looking at Puyol PK. I think
that's tough.
You're to start the final,
but I think
you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go yes.
Who does he start over though? I think he starts with Puyol.
But Puyol is different. It's leader, isn't it?
What am I hearing?
Is it fries and bag right now? Is it fries and
Yeah, you heard it. Saliba is better than Puyol and all these players. Varane treble winning and all this stuff. It's actually kind of nuts. Ruiz should have been our son. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Ruiz, but to be fair, having has been the best form of his life, had to drop. But to be fair, Gabriel is having the best season of his. Yeah, for the last 2 years, Gabriel has been our best center back without shadow of a doubt. But still, you have to manage him. You cannot do that. Can't. Where else can we find such a good sack of potatoes tackle? Okay, I see people are arguing in the chat. Now, one thing I'm going to say. Don't bait Sheldon. Yeah, Sheldon. Don't bait for Marlon, because Marlon is absolutely insane with this. He chats all the time about something. For him, Kivior is better than Saliba. For him, this stuff he takes personally. As soon as you say something wrong about Mbappe or someone like that, CR7, instantly he becomes a little baby and starts to argue to the maximum extent. So save some nerves and just let it slide. Seriously, save some nerves and let it slide, because it happens a lot. And it's starting to get on my nerves too. I'm not going to lie, to some extent. And generally just share advice. Don't pay attention to that. 100%. Merino is not rubbish. First things first, Merino is not rubbish. I don't rate him. He's not the best in sliced bread, but he is not rubbish. He is good at certain things, 100%. But is he good enough, in my opinion, to be Arsenal's one of the main guys, even as a backup? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's just put it that way. What is happening here? No disrespect to the realistic ones, but Gen Z have ruined football. Most of these TAP fans are, yeah, mostly since 2000 forwards, pretty much, yeah. 100%. Saliba over Puyol or Piqué, yeah. Those guys picked Saliba over Puyol or Piqué. Those guys picked Saliba over Ricardo Carvalho in Chelsea's defensive record team. Those guys picked, who else did they pick? Yeah, Saliba over Arsenal's invincible team. Defenders, I would say Saliba at best gets the bench in that team as well, even as an Arsenal fan. Like, it is wild. They picked Saliba over Varane's treble Champions League team. Like, it's wild. It's wild. Some guys who said Saka gets into that Real team over Bell because Saka hasn't won Ballon d'Or. Yeah, because Bell hasn't won Ballon d'Or and Saka 100% will. Yeah, I've seen that. It's actually kind of wild. I have so many TikToks in that regard saved for a certain stream. I might do tomorrow, day after tomorrow. It's actually wild what certain Arsenal fans say, how much they rate and protect their own players. It's actually nuts. Saliba is playing in the easiest era of football where the talent pool footballers. Yeah, would love to see Saliba play against Ronaldinho, Di Natale, and all these guys. I would absolutely love Diego Milito, Totti. I would love Saliba seeing Saliba play against these guys. Even Suarez, Eto'o, Henry, Butragueño, Tevez, all these guys. Pauletta. I would love a Saliba to see against those guys. Thanks, Matthew. Just let the chat. No, yeah, big up to you. I'm just saying, like, it's been a while. It happens quite a bit at times. Merino in midfield is trash, but as a box crasher, he has his attributes, exactly, and he uses those box crasher type of attributes even as a striker. He gets in those positions. He gets himself in those positions. Exactly. Big up Le Doctor. Big up Le Doctor. I'd love to see him play against Prime Inter, Riccardi. To be honest, against anyone in Prime would be interesting to see. I also think that if Gyökeres was easier on the eye, people would rate him a lot higher. The thing is, he is easy on the eye to some extent. It just depends. Gyökeres, when he won the Gerd Muller Award in the Ballon d'Or ceremony, he said to himself, the reason why I won it was because I had a team around me that played to my strengths. The team was set up, so we give ourselves the best opportunity to express ourselves and to help each other out. And it's very visible that the way Arsenal are playing Gyökeres, it's straight opposite of that, unfortunately. That guy on his day was an absolute nightmare in the box. Yeah. Yep. 100%. 100%. But yeah, people, like the stream, subscribe if you haven't. But I think on that note today, I'm gonna end today's stream. We'll see what tomorrow brings. We'll see what's gonna happen tomorrow. But for today, I'm gonna be signing off. So take care, stay safe, have a nice evening. Same with Giroud. A lot of Arsenal fans don't like him, but we all know that his strengths and he's gone with trophies. Yeah, exactly. It's also insane that so many Arsenal players have won trophies after leaving Arsenal, but at Arsenal they don't. It's actually kind of nuts. But yeah, people, I'm gonna sign off. I need to go do some stuff still because tomorrow is a work day, ironically enough. So yeah, have a nice evening. Have a nice day. Enjoy your time this evening. Watch some World Cup qualifiers. But for today, I'm signing off. Behave, be nice, have a great day tomorrow, and enjoy it to the full bit. Peace.